Tesla crushing a number of records this quarter. Let's look at some highlights. Summed up nicely in the first paragraph here. In Q3, Tesla delivered record vehicles, record energy storage deployments. And this resulted in both record revenue and free cash flow generated in the quarter. Speaking of which, operating cash flow, $6.2 billion, free cash flow, almost $4 billion. And Tesla's cash and investments has now increased almost another $5 billion to $41.6 billion. And don't forget the launch of the ride-hailing service in the Bay Area in a sign of things to come. As we know, Tesla launched the more affordable Model 3 standard and Model Y standard in the quarter. We now have our promise to more affordable Tesla vehicles, plural. FSD Supervised launching in Australia and New Zealand as well. Don't forget the new Model Y Performance. But as we know, Tesla AI is where it's really at. What a sight to behold. Cumulative miles driven with FSD Supervised in billions. V11 and before in blue. And then V12 and beyond in red. Just look at this. Just a beautiful, consistent, exponential increase. Remember, miles equals data equals capability. Very similar trend with Tesla's AI training capacity. FSD Supervised version 14 began rolling out in the quarter. And Tesla also adding, we expanded both our fleet service area and fleet count for our Robotaxi service in Austin and launched our Bay Area ride-hailing service. Always important to listen to what Tesla says. Quote, these efforts help refine our Robotaxi service by providing valuable real-world data that will allow us to quickly scale to other cities in the future with our universal model. I think that is that the first time they've used the term universal model, and a huge milestone quarter for Tesla Energy. Quote, we achieved our highest quarterly energy storage deployments, bolstered by the continued ramp of Mega Factory Shanghai and another record quarter of Powerwall deployments. Gross profit increased sequentially and year over year to a record $1.1 billion. Now on Tesla's outlook, Tesla stating that they have sufficient liquidity to fund their product roadmap, long-term capacity expansion plans, and other expenses. I mean, about $42 billion. Yeah, I can understand. Furthermore, we will manage the business such that we maintain a strong balance sheet during periods of uncertainty. On profit, while we continue to execute on innovations to reduce the cost of manufacturing and operations, over time we expect our hardware-related profits to be accompanied by an acceleration of AI, software, and fleet-based profits. On product, we continue to evolve and augment our product lineup with a focus on cost, scale, and future monetization opportunities via services powered by our AI software. We remain focused on growing our sales volume through differentiated and efficiently managed product portfolio, which includes leveraging and optimizing our existing production capacity before building new factories and production lines. Cybercab, Tesla Semi, and Megapack 3 are on schedule for volume production starting in 2026. First generation production lines for Optimus are being installed in anticipation of volume production. This may be the most important paragraph in the entire report. Confirmation again, Cybercab, never mind the Semi and Megapack 3. Cybercab on schedule for volume production starting next year. By the way, I'm not very good at math, so let's count. What month are we in now? October, November, that's 1 month. December is 2 months. 3 months from now is next fucking year, bitches. Now, I'm not saying it happens in January. I'm saying it's almost next year. If I was recording this just in a few months, I could be saying Cybercab volume production is starting this year. And this is a massive deal. Going to completely transform Tesla. Also massive. First generation production lines for Optimus are being installed. Epic quarterly update. And just a quick detour. Remember, facts don't care about your feelings. So Tesla posting today some facts about Autopilot and FSD supervised safety data, showing that Autopilot tech, which includes FSD, is about 9 times safer than the US average driver. With some receipts. In Q3 2025, we recorded one crash for every 6.3 million miles driven in which drivers were using Autopilot technology. By comparison, the most recent data available from NHTSA shows that in the United States, there was an automobile crash approximately every 702,000 miles. Tesla really does make the safest vehicles, not just in terms of probability of injury in a collision, but in terms of actually avoiding the collision in the first place, bitches. Onto my recap and highlights from Tesla's earnings call. First, Elon's opening remarks, and see if you can notice a theme here, a recurring focal point. Let's see if you can pick it up. Elon opens by pointing out that Tesla, excuse the typos by the way, is at a critical inflection point as they bring AI into the real world. He then adds, as we know, Tesla is the real-world AI leader. He then goes on to point out that Tesla is just at the beginning of scaling massively and fundamentally changing the nature of transport. E.g., reading between the lines, he's talking about people no longer needing to drive vehicles. The vehicles, in fact, driving themselves, aka autonomy. Then he says that people don't quite seem to appreciate the degree to which this will take off. It's going to be like a shockwave. That's a direct quote. Question: what if he's right? And now, a very important statement here. Elon saying that with what we see now, and with this statement, he was referring to Tesla now having clarity that they will achieve FSD supervised. They can see the end of the tunnel now. Elon said, quote, "I feel confident in expanding Tesla's production, so that is our intent, to expand our future production as quickly as possible." He also clarifies by admitting that he was reticent to do this, e.g. expand as fast as fucking possible, until Tesla had clarity on achieving unsupervised FSD. And now that Tesla does have clarity, e.g. it's in the bag, we're almost there, it now makes sense to expand production as fast as reasonably possible. Continuing the theme, have you figured it out yet? Elon also adds that Tesla is on the cusp of something really tremendous for Optimus. And regarding Optimus and humanoid robots in general, Musk notes accurately that Tesla has all of the necessary ingredients, which are real-world AI, exceptional electrical and mechanical engineering capabilities, and the ability to scale production. Adding that he doesn't believe, he's not aware of any other companies that have all three of these ingredients. Tesla are expecting, as I record this at least, to unveil version 3 of Optimus probably around Q1 next year. Musk says that it won't even seem like a robot. He's sort of joking around the full circle moment, saying it'll almost seem like a person in a robot suit, which is kind of where Tesla started. And it'll be so real, you'll need to poke it to know that it's a robot. This will be uncanny, if true. Musk also adding in today's episode of Obvious Things Are Obvious, so obvious that I've been saying them for years, that the real-world intelligence developed for Tesla's vehicles, e.g. FSD, most of that transfers to Optimus. And this is very important, going back to those three ingredients. If you don't have the real-world intelligence, which required a massive fleet, millions of vehicles collecting data to train on in the real world, to then transplant into the brain of your humanoid robot, how in the flying fuck are you going to develop one? Good question. Tesla may be the only company that has this key ingredient, and one of the few companies that has capability to mass produce products. So good luck to everybody attempting to compete with Tesla and Optimus. And Musk wrapping up, saying that he was excited to make the world of sustainable abundance happen with Tesla. So if you didn't figure out the theme of Elon's comments, spoiler alert, literally everything he said was AI, and more AI, aka the future of Tesla. Bitches. A very interesting disclosure from Tesla's CFO. Tesla's entire global FSD take rate currently roughly 12% of Tesla's fleet. Keeping in mind, of course, they don't have regulatory approval for FSD everywhere. And mentioning that, Tesla currently working very hard on FSD approval in China, among other regions. In the last few days, FSD was approved in Australia and New Zealand for the first time. Another note, Tesla has recently granted performance-based equity awards for some employees working on AI projects. Obviously, this is how you lure and retain talent when others are offering 9-figure equity deals. You want the best AI gigabrains on planet Earth, you will need to incentivize them. Also noting that there will be a very significant CapEx increase in 2026 on AI-related projects, including, of course, Optimus. Now on to Tesla retail investor questions. The top rated, of course, none other than when are the safety monitors in Tesla Robotaxis going bye-byes? Now this is big. Listen carefully. Musk responding that Tesla's expecting to have no safety drivers, at least in parts of Austin, by the end of the year, e.g. within a few months. And he adds that Tesla's obviously being very cautious, if not overly paranoid, pointing out, rightly as I have many times, the first safety critical incident will be front page fucking news for the next quadrillion years. Furthermore, this is big, but also something that you could figure out if you sniff around and look at the public requests for approvals. I mean, it's no secret here. Tesla expects to be operating Robotaxi in 8 to 10 metro areas in the United States by the end of the year. Of course, that is pending regulatory approvals, including Nevada, Florida, and Arizona. I'll say it again. Safety monitors in Austin, Tesla expecting those to start disappearing by end of year, and also by that same timeline, by end of year, to be operating robotaxis in 8 to 10 metro cities in the US. Were you listening? We also heard that Tesla's Austin robotaxi fleet has done in excess of 250,000 miles, and in the Bay Area over 1 million. When asked about Tesla's energy demand backlog, we learned that it's very strong into next year. No shit, Sherlock. And that AI hyperscalers in particular are thirsty as fuck for gigantic batteries. Imagine that. Asked about the key challenges to bringing Optimus, the humanoid robot, to market, Musk points out it's obviously an incredibly difficult challenge, especially the hand. Then goes on to explain why the hand is more difficult than the rest of the robot combined. Obviously, you also need the real-world AI, and of course, the ability to scale up production. One additional note, making 1 million plus robots per year. The supply chain to do that does not currently exist. Now onto the non-retail investor questions. First, regarding Tesla's capacity expansion, which as we know now will happen as fast as possible. Musk saying that Tesla could get to an annualized production rate of 3 million vehicles in under 24 months. Emphasizing again that Tesla will expand as fast as possible. Obviously, you've got supply chain, suppliers, blah, blah, blah. There's no magic button to instantly hit that capacity. And we've got more clarification. Cybercab production is scheduled to begin in Q2 next year. Musk adding that at this point, he feels essentially 100% confident that Tesla can solve unsupervised autonomy, e.g. they are going all the fuck in on Cybercab production. He also adds over time, I won't get into all the technical detail, but a giant distributed AI inference opportunity via Tesla's fleet of vehicles is still on the cards, and that is a very valuable asset. In other words, if there's a little bit of compute available, the car itself isn't completely tied up trying to figure out how to drive, it becomes more efficient, blah, blah, blah. You could run AI tasks on that. Then Tesla was asked about potential AI applications outside of Tesla's core competencies, and Musk is like, well, what even is outside our core competencies? The point there, folks, is that Tesla is essentially going to have intelligent humanoid robots and vehicles. Between them, they will be able to do everything. There's nothing outside that. Musk adds that Optimus at scale is the infinite money glitch, and he anticipates over time Optimus could do roughly 5 times the output of a person per year. When asked about what XAI are doing versus Tesla regarding AI efforts, the differences, anything that's complementary, etc., Musk points out that they are very different. Grok is a gigantic model, which of course requires gigafuck tons of compute. Whereas Tesla's models are obviously much leaner, they're running in the vehicles, so they're very different things. However, obviously there are some complementary aspects, e.g. Grok voice and language being used in the Optimus humanoid robot. Now, some more juicy information. Asked about Tesla's timeline for removing safety drivers, blah, blah, blah. Musk points out obvious things, which again I've been saying since day one, that even if regulators weren't making Tesla use safety monitors in new areas, they would still use them, just initially out of an abundance of caution. Musk then suggesting maybe this is a template for Tesla going forward, new market, possibly 3 months with safety monitors in a new metro area, just to make sure there's no issues. After all, you don't want to discover an edge case without a safety monitor. Once you make sure there's no issues, then you remove them. So now we have a fairly clear timeline of what Tesla's aiming for. It doesn't mean it's guaranteed. Overly cautious, hyper cautious in fact. In fact, straight up paranoid. Regardless of what regulators say, Tesla being super, super, super safe and cautious initially, but most likely have a safety monitor for the first, call it 3 months or so, then they get the fuck out of there. Imagine my shock. And we save the best until last. Some juicy disclosures about Optimus in terms of production timeline and different generations. Tesla will initially be building capacity for Optimus version 3 for 1 million units per year. Musk then thinking version 4 of Optimus, maybe 10 million units per year. Then version 5, which gets really nutty, could be 50 to 100 million units per year. This has to be one of the juiciest Tesla quarterly earnings calls of all time. A lot of insights into Tesla's goals, plans, their vision. Stuff that they're aiming for doesn't mean it's guaranteed to happen, but very rarely have we gotten so much clarity on what Tesla's aiming for. Safety drivers, likely out at Austin, end of year. Aiming for 8 to 10 metro markets with robotaxis, end of year, pending regulatory approval. Typical rollout in a new region, likely a safety monitor for give or take 3 months out of an abundance of caution, then they're gone. And the clearest idea yet of what Tesla's aiming for, intending with the ramp of Optimus, including the first production lines, the V3, 1 million units per year. I suspect a lot of investors are going to be very shocked at that initial target for Optimus production. 1 million! Not 1,000, not 10,000, not 100,000. 1 million! Holy fucking shit. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 has been part of my daily health protocol for almost half a decade. It's packed full of vitamins and minerals and helps me fill in nutritional gaps while supporting energy, digestion, and immune function. It also has prebiotics and probiotics to promote gut health. I take my health very seriously, and so should you. Try AG1 today by visiting drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link in the pinned comment and enjoy a free welcome kit with vitamin D3 plus K2 and AG1 travel packs. That's drinkag1.com/SMR.